Doug.
Yeah.
That's you.
I'm here with Valeria. What's up?
Oh, okay. Well, I think you're really cool, right? But no, for real. So
Yeah.
when I met you, I don't think you remember this, but it was in Miami-Dade,
Mm-hmm.
and I was acting, and you were part of production,
Mm-hmm.
and you were like, I don't know exactly what you were doing on set, but I remember being like, we're gonna work together. Like I remember being like, oh my gosh, like I wanna work with him. And mind you, you were super quiet. Like I mean, I don't know if you're as quiet now.
I talk when I need to. I feel like.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I talk when I need to. I feel like,
Yeah, I think so too. But also with people you like want to talk to, I guess. But
Yeah.
I remember being like, oh my gosh, like there was something. And then I remember on set, we had like a really weird thing go down where like I didn't want to act the part.
Yeah. It was a weird
And
set. It was a weird
it was
production.
really
Yeah.
weird. I'm not even going to get into it. But then like you were really kind and you were like, oh, like you're okay. And I was like, yeah, but you weren't like weird. Like you were just like, oh, you're good. Because everyone was asking me because of what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, time passed, and then I sent you like a script that I wanted to work on,
Mm-hmm.
and you were down.
Yeah.
And then that was like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. What was that? 2018 or something?
2019.
2019.
But my point is that like I've thought you were cool since like day one, just because like there's people that you meet
Mm-hmm.
that don't try hard and they just are, and you were just there, like you were standing, and I was like, I want to work with that guy. So
Mm-hmm.
why do you think you're cool?
That's a crazy question. I don't know. I don't think I'm cool. Uh, um, but I guess I'm just like chill. I don't know. I don't know what defines cool.
I think cool comes in different forms, but I think cool is somebody being who they are, and not trying to be cool. Most of the people that I think are cool don't think they're cool, like you. When you were like, cool, well, I don't really think about that. And I think like you're not like, hey, look at me, look at me. I think that's cool. Or like when people are like unapologetically themselves without trying hard.
I guess yeah. I don't really. I don't know. I mean, I do. Wake up in the morning, try to, look good
Okay.
for the day, but that's as far as it goes, I guess.
But when you try to look good, you try to look good for people or like for yourself?
I don't know. I guess myself. I guess oh, this looks cool. I kind of want to wear this, or I want to, where I take care of myself, so I don't. So I have good hygiene and stuff like that. But that's for personal reasons, I guess.
Right. And I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. When you try to look good for yourself and then you're just like, people just catch that. Because I think looking good is not just physical. I think it's a lot of personality.
Personality, yeah, I guess, yeah. That I can't really control. I feel like my personality kind of just formed and shaped itself. So I don't know. I can't really change my personality. So if I'm naturally cool, then I guess.
That's like, but that's the thing. Isn't that crazy? Like,
yeah.
it's integrity too.
Um.
I think the older I get, the more I understand that someone that I think, mind you, everyone thinks everyone different is cool. Like, who I think is cool might not be what you think is cool or who you think is cool. But
yeah.
we should take a shot every time I say cool.
I definitely drink some of this chocolate milk.
La Rubia. Where's the camera? No, it's not cold yet. But yeah, so I think that's huge. So when you don't feel good about yourself, what do you do?
That's a layered question. That's a physically, if I don't feel cool, I don't know. I kind of just I kind of like
Music.
not really. I just like okay. I guess this is how I look today.
Oh, you just go like whatever. Same
Yeah.
here. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Don't let it. Whatever. I'm just like this This is annoying, but whatever.
Yeah,
It
not a
doesn't
big
last
deal.
too long though. Probably lasts like a day or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Um,
go through that too.
yeah. I mean,
I've been going through that this week. Like, ugh.
you look cool.
Oh,
Trust me.
thank you. But it's like I don't know, like, ugh, like that.
Yeah, no, it happens. It
It
happens.
happens.
Um, uh, yeah,
Um.
and then mentally, or uh, if I don't feel cool mentally, I guess I don't know. I guess it's because of whatever's going on during that time period where I'm just like, oh, I gotta fix this. I gotta do this. Whatever is kind of weighing on my mental, but you know.
Do you have like someone to talk to during those days where you don't feel your best, where you like tell someone like, I feel horrible, or like I feel like I look like this, or you just like keep it to yourself?
No, yeah, I don't really vocalize that. I mean, unless it's like advice that I need, like either financially or like mature adult advice, I guess. I do kind of ask my dad probably, but other than that, everything else is just kind of I don't know. I feel like I have a strong mental to be able to like control or find solutions for whatever it is I'm struggling with or dealing with or whatever. So I don't know.
That's awesome though that you're strong. So, um, I lost my train of thought when you're. Oh, okay. So who was like that first person that you saw that you looked up to when it came to like fashion and film?
Fashion or film? Which one goes there?
Fashion first.
Fashion. I don't know. Fashion was kind of just. I would see people like how they dress and stuff. I'm like, oh, it's way better than how my friends would dress.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of just like kind of replicate that. But then as I got more into the world, um, I was able to meet people, and a lot of different people have a lot of different styles. So I kind of just for me, put so much. I don't really put so much energy into like, oh, I love these clothes or whatever. I find whatever I find is cool
Yeah.
to wear. I should take a shot every time I say cool. Um, it's like, oh, that's a cool shirt. I like how that looks or whatever. That's a cool pants. I like how that looks.
Yeah.
And then depending on
You just take from like different places. I mean, you also work
yeah,
in retail,
yeah, I do.
so you probably see like different outfits and different people that you would just steal
100%.
from. I mean, everyone does. I feel like when they're in that world.
Yeah, yeah.
And when it came to like film, like a character in a movie, like who's a character? Like for me, like Lara Croft and like The Matrix, like all that outfit
Mm.
style and like that. I saw this weekend Notting Hill.
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
her Julia Roberts?
Yeah.
All
And
her outfits in that film.
yeah.
Are you kidding? Like she's. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, a long time ago. I have to refresh
You
my
have to
mind with it.
rewatch.
But yeah,
It's
yeah.
just all her outfits are everything I want all week. But
Hugh Grant is in that film, right?
yeah. So who is like a character that you saw and you were like, oh my gosh, I need to wear that like every day?
Um, that's funny. I don't think I have that. Honestly, if I think about it, I think a lot of characters in movies don't really dress that well.
Really?
Um, yeah, unless it's like a timepiece. If it's a timepiece, they have like these costumes that are pretty cool. But in terms of like modern day fashion, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I can't really think of anybody. Um, I guess I do like I kind of like how uh in movies I like to see people like wear like suits and stuff. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
really cool. Like the whole this is really random, but like the Ocean series,
Oh yeah.
like all of them wearing suits.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cool.
I think that's cool
It's just like
too.
kind of like, and they make it look good too.
Like Goodfellas.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
like movies like that. It's like, okay, that's cool. I feel like that's a good uniform for film, I guess. So I
Yeah.
think
No,
that's
I
something
agree.
I would always appreciate.
Okay. So who like So your favorite film that you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
Gattaca,
Yeah,
they all wear suits
they do.
all the
Yeah, no,
time.
they do. Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised that that was the film you picked.
Okay.
Not really, because recently we talked about it. I think when we were shooting here,
Uh.
but I always thought like you were gonna say something like David Lynch or Gaspar Noé. But so why Gattaca?
What Gattaca? I can I curse? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love Gattaca.
Mhm.
It just has, I don't know, it has, that is the if you wanna, if you want to, study a film and then not get tired of that film and then find so many different things that makes up a film or a story, I feel like Gattaca has all of it. Like that is film school right there, because there's that film, but then there's also another one, Whiplash. Whiplash, I feel like, is a very good film to study.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, but when you picked Gattaca, was it from a cinematographer point of view or Doug? Like,
it wasn't from,
or
no, it
both?
both, I guess. I mean, everything about that film was really good. It, like, all layers of it, and
The stairs, the way they're set up, like the the scientific. What do you call that?
the, I mean, um, the set design.
It's all
Oh,
based on like science stuff,
oh yeah,
and
yeah,
even
yeah.
the name.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, yeah, like DNA.
Yeah, DNA. There you
The
go.
DNA stuff. Yeah, yeah. Uh, all of that. Like the film, like the story itself has so many layers, and everything is connected. So it's like, for me, the way I drew it out, I one night I watched it like super late, and I kind of like was writing things down as I was watching it, and it's like kind of like I came up with this graph of the film. It's like little arcs. So from the start of the film, like the opening credits, you have just the slow motion effects, like the microscopic shots of like the nails falling and the hairs falling and stuff like that. That answers up already like so many questions without you even knowing what you're asking. So it's like, what are you looking at, type of thing. But it's opening credits, so people just, thinking it's like, just regular
No big
graphics.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But then that gets answered within like 10 minutes of the film of what's happening. Okay, he is, sorry to spoil the film, but
No, who
it's
cares?
like, oh, okay, so there he has to cut his nails, all that stuff,
Scrap off
scrap off
everything to become
everything.
someone else.
But even the other person, Drew Law's character, he has to do all that so that he has
Jerome.
his own DNA and he can scatter his own DNA like around the keyboard and stuff like that, I think. Or yeah, no, he keeps like the
The
hair
hair. Yeah.
DNA so that whatever the hell. But like
Yeah.
that, and then but before you even get that solution, other questions open up, but they all have like a full arc, so they all get answered,
Yeah.
and it all overlaps each other, and it's like, I don't know, it's such a good film, and everything kind of circles back, everything makes sense.
Everything makes sense. I was gonna say
And
that.
then on top of that, you have a beautiful shot, like beautiful shots, beautiful performances.
Yeah. Did you know that Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman got together in that film?
I wouldn't be
They got
surprised.
married, they had kids, and then sadly divorced.
Yeah.
But still, like, I always find that fascinating when like two actors end up together from a film.
It,
I don't think it's a good idea, but it worked for them.
yeah. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't know how that works.
But the chemistry, though, that's why I mentioned it, because
Yeah.
their chemistry in the film is sort of like, whoa. You could just tell from two actors, like the love story that develops within
Yeah.
that movie is so beautiful to watch. Those two characters come together.
Yeah, it was, and even even that too, their arc in the film, it was, she's like barely there, but just on the beginning shot, just one shot of her kind of looking at him, it's already establishing like so many different subtext.
You didn't even have to do
Like
much.
they were just going up the escalator, and
Yeah.
he goes, puts the finger, and then she puts her finger, but she looks at him in a certain way. It's like, oh, okay, there's
Yeah.
something there, or whatever.
Yeah, it's so subtle, but
And then boom, that opens that up. But then we don't revisit that until the proper time to revisit it.
yeah.
And so the film doesn't drag. The film doesn't steer away from the main plot or anything like that.
Isn't it awesome though that there's a love story, but it's not the main
Right. No.
title?
Yeah, it's very subtle. It's very
Also, the topic of suicide with Jude Law,
yeah.
Jerome,
Yeah.
dying by suicide
Yeah.
to give Vincent that like a sacrifice.
Yeah, it was
I
his
thought was
last-
interesting
he
too.
Was, yeah, the man was, disturbed. And then this was the only thing keeping him alive. He felt like he was he needed to do, make somebody happy, or he was living through Ethan Hawke's character.
You
in
know
the
what that
film.
reminded me? I was watching and I thought of The Substance. Why? The taking of the blood.
I think they're kind of similar in terms of the style of the film. I think of like, I don't know about the plot or the story, but at least, the feel of it. Like, I think the tone is very similar.
Yeah, like all the bags being contained this little like.
Yeah, but it's also very like kind of it's like a subgenre of like what do you call it? It's like very kind of futuristic, but it like otherworldly. It's like another universe type of.
But also,
to
it was pretty advanced for its own thing, because when was it shot?
In the 90s, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even the finger thing and the print and all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
like futuristic aesthetics
Yeah.
are very similar to what you see now in those like departments that are all computers, and
Yeah.
which is pretty great when a director or writer, they can like foresee what
Mhm.
could happen in the future. Not exactly like Back to the Future, but
Yeah.
like flying cars, but they do have subtle like the aesthetic is a lot minimalist and very clean and this and that. There was also the topic of the parents. One of my favorite scenes in that whole film was when they are talking with the mom, and he's like, this is what I want to do, this is my dream, and they're like, you don't understand, they're not going to take you because you have a heart problem.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. And then the dad is like, the only thing you're going to be doing in there is cleaning the whatever. And he's like, my dad was right, so I tried it. And then that's how he got in.
Yeah.
He didn't let him get him down,
Yeah.
but he was like, wait, he's very solution oriented. He didn't get in his feelings of like, oh, my parents don't believe in me. He's like, okay, great. Like now I have an in, and then we'll see what happens from here there. Which also the ending of the film is him going right through to go to Titan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because so it's like that topic of like genetics versus what you can do with your life.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they tell you when you're born, you're going to live till you're 30.
Yeah.
But you decide to accomplish
Yeah,
bigger
you take
things.
control, and you just,
It's a
you
beautiful
do it.
film.
You don't let what is supposed to be your future be your future. You kind of just take control of your own destiny. Yeah, destiny. Yeah.
Did you see yourself in any of the characters in the film, like Jerome or Vincent, or even the brother? What was his name? Arthur?
I think he did.
Oh, was his name Arthur?
I love that arc. I don't know. I don't think so. Was it?
Let me see. Because you are writing a film now. Did you take that name from them? I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Maybe, honestly.
Cast. Gattaca. Sorry, guys. Vincent. Anton.
Anton, yeah.
Okay.
Anton. I think that arc was beautiful too. Like the way how the brother
you have a
comes
brother.
back. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I do. But just the way how the brother comes back, he's like out of the story, and then he just comes back, and he ends up being kind of the main antagonist of the film.
Oh my gosh. That's right. So I rewatched the movie yesterday, but I wasn't able to go all in. So I had to read of it because I watched it recently, I think when I was pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And then I rewatched it again yesterday because I like to rewatch when we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I forgot that part. That is his brother.
Yeah. It's his brother.
Oh my God. What a great film.
It's
Honestly,
exactly. The more you
too
watch
much.
it, the more it's like every plot is its own like real developed story.
You could do like 5 different short films from
No,
that
you could. You
thing.
definitely can. And it makes sense. All of it just fits. It's like a puzzle piece. It just goes.
You know, there's no thing as I didn't feel that. You know, when you watch a film, you're like, that would never happen. Like,
Yeah.
that would never happen
Yeah,
in
yeah,
real
yeah.
life. I don't ever feel that even though it's futuristic,
Yeah, yeah.
it could happen.
Yeah.
So who do you see yourself in those characters, either or, like Anton or Jerome?
Um I don't know. I think I can relate to all of it. I mean, all of the characters. Ethan Hawke's character. I mean, Ethan Hawke's character is more of like an inspiration. You know, the will and determination that he has. To not. He had one priority, and that priority is to go to Titan.
Focus.
And no matter what came in a way, that's his objective.
Heart problem,
With
love.
the woman.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
he didn't care.
Whiplash.
Yeah, exactly.
What a whiplash moment.
Exactly. And he was able to overcome so many obstacles, and especially in a world where as soon as you were born,
They would tell you you're gonna die at 30.
You're basically, you already know what's gonna happen to you. So there is that inspiring, part, but I think I think everybody can relate to every single character in the movie, especially Jude Law's character.
Jerome, yeah.
And then also I think Anton's character as well, because Anton's character has this certain pride to him, but then if you let the pride get to you, it's kind of like it can bite you back. And then
You heard him.
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was able to beat him in the swimming, and then whatever. But then his brother went missing and disappeared, so he's kind of doing his job, but he's also just chasing his brother. And and ultimately it's his brother, so he's not gonna arrest his brother,
which is great.
yeah. And the way that they went back to swimming, and then at the end, I think one of my favorite lines in the movie was when Ethan Hawke, he was like, the brother asked, how do you do it? Ethan Hawke was like, I don't save anything else for the swim back. And I was like, that line is amazing.
Wow.
And
it wraps it up.
It's true, because that's literally what he was doing. He was throughout the entire film, he literally just doesn't save anything for, it's like all in all. Like if he gets caught, that's it. He's done. But he's going full throttle the entire story.
How did he not recognize his brother? Now that I think about it,
I don't know. I guess they haven't seen each other for a while.
For a while, and he did have to like shave every hair in his.
Yeah, that, and he had to like get. I think he was wearing contact lenses as well.
Oh, he was.
He's also a little bit taller.
Yeah. Oh, he did that surgery. That was crazy.
Yeah. So all of that, but plus like for him to be the top in his class. Anton probably saw whatever, but he was like disbelief.
There's no way that he could have.
There's no way, but he has this gut feeling which made him stay for that much longer to try to find out what the hell, because there's a lot of different times where they kind of just called off the case.
Yeah, exactly.
But they kept like, no, you gotta do this, and that. We gotta catch him. But there's
who killed the guy?
It was the director.
The director.
Yeah, the director.
I forgot about that part, and I didn't get to watch it.
He did it because he wanted to. He wanted the launch to happen, and then the person who died was trying to stop it from happening or something. I don't know. I guess that's one of the flaws of the film. You don't really know why they're going to Titan, really, or what the whole mission's about.
That's so scary. It's scary to go to space.
I mean, yeah.
I've had dreams that I'm like going into like my spaceship,
floating weightless,
and I was like, why am I going here? Like this is not my dream.
Yeah.
and I start panicking. I also have really weird dreams of me like finding little doors and you're supposed to fit through there.
Um.
Weird.
Yeah, that is weird. For me, I think open water is like super scary.
It really is. And now
Like,
with all the information we have of the water, have you heard
which is
about
not a
that?
lot, but
It's not a
what?
lot, but it's
What
that there might
information?
be aliens in the water.
Oh, I mean,
That there's
sure.
like black holes in the water.
Black
But I don't know
holes.
how factual that is. I just saw a TikTok about it this week, which it could be just BS. But anyway, the water's scary.
Yeah, the water is scary. Imagine just like swimming out there in the open sea.
No, thank you.
Can't.
I'm okay.
But also the same thing for space. It's
Space.
like the worst fear was like in Interstellar when he's like going to the black hole. You've seen Interstellar?
Well, it's only Hector's favorite movie.
Oh, it
Like
is.
we
Okay.
watch it like I don't know how many times.
Okay, yeah. So when he's going to that black hole and he's just like there, just like in the black hole
between the
by
thing.
himself, like
Oh my gosh, I can't.
like before he goes to the whole dimension thing, but he's just like there. It's like, oh my god, I can only imagine what that feels like.
There's a new show we're watching that I really recommend. It's called Paradise
Okay.
with Sterling K. Brown.
Oh yeah. It's on Disney
Bro.
Plus or Hulu. Or
We have it on
something.
Hulu.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, it makes you think. It's really more about the government and
Uh,
Antarctica and all this stuff. But scary things. I think you picked a great film. I really enjoyed watching it again. And now I want to talk about your films. Like, what is the best film you've worked on?
I haven't worked on many, but
Yeah, but still more than one. That counts as.
um, I really enjoyed working on the last one. Really, Cindy. I think Cindy was
Oh,
cool.
Cindy was really cool.
It was cool to work on. It was fun. A lot of different experiences. I kind of felt more in control of certain things.
It was a beautiful film. We watched it in the premiere at the Silver Spot, was it?
Yeah, it was Silver Spot. Yeah,
That was really fun.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Can't wait for your next film. What's going on with that?
Uh,
I was gonna text you, but might as well.
right now we're just we're waiting on not waiting, but we're just sending the script to producers and um
You can't talk about
sponsors.
certain things. Oh, okay.
I can talk about certain things. I mean, there's nothing to really talk about except for the
Oh,
script.
I have a question.
What?
I feel like there's a lot of based on Gattaca as well, but except no, never mind.
Well, Gattaca did inspire what I wrote.
Yes, but like I meant the love triangle vibes. Are you like watching that on a film?
I do. I mean, yes. I mean, I do like romance in film. I like no matter how much you. I mean, even for a guy. I mean, as even how much times they want to say that they don't like romances.
People are into
I,
it.
it does if done well. I think it's really strong.
What's the best love triangle you've watched on a film?
I don't know about love triangle. I can give you like a romance.
Oh, okay. Which one? Which one? I love romance on film.
I really like oh my god, I'm blinking.
Which one do I
The
like?
one with Keanu and Charlize Theron. November.
Oh, last November? No. Hold on.
I can't. Wow, I can't remember the title.
Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron movie. Well, I saw them in Devil's Advocate, but that's not the one you're talking
No,
about.
that's not. No.
You're talking about Charlize Theron. Sweet November.
Sweet November.
I've never seen that movie.
It,
I mean, I did, but I was way too small and I don't remember it.
For me, I thought that movie was so good, and it's a doomed romance.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's like not really a happy ending.
Oh, okay. But that's realistic sometimes.
Yeah, I like that. I like that film, and I like kind of, I like. I just like doom romances like that.
Yeah. I
Um,
like, did you watch Wicker Park?
no.
Okay. The romance they have going on. They like fall for each other. He like follows her, but not in a stalker way. She knows and she's like dancing. There's a scene where
Mm,
she's like dancing and she walks into the store, the shoe store he works at,
yeah.
and then he's like in love. Like when you see someone in love at first sight, it's like it's
Wow.
so perfect. It's beautiful. And then spoiler alert, but whatever. That's how you say it, right? When you're gonna
Spoiler alert.
okay.
Yeah.
So she goes and then she acts all like nonchalant and then she leaves her number. Like when she leaves the store, he's
Mm,
thinking then like I blew
yeah.
it, I
Yeah.
acted dumb, like she's not gonna like me. And she's like, no, yeah, like let's meet up for coffee or something. But then what happens is she goes on a tour, on a
Yeah.
dancing tour. And then when he was following her, we find out that her best friend or that who became her best friend was
Yeah.
following him and was in love with him. So she leaves a note saying, hey, can you tell him that I'm going on a tour, but like I'm going to move in with him and we're going to like be together. She never gives that card to him. And instead says that she breaks up with him until the end they reunite. But it's just such a great film.
Wow.
Yeah,
Seems
I
like a
know.
lot.
I know. Too much. I want you to pick a number from 1 to 7. 1 to 5.
You want to say it?
Yeah. No, I'm going to guess. Wait, can I guess?
Sure.
Think it.
1 to 5. I mean,
Yeah.
you have. I mean, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
No.
Oh, 4.
I should pick 5.
You picked 5. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's about to get real. Okay.
Oh, I should pick 1.
I know. Oh, wait. No. I used these last time. I don't want to use the same ones. Okay, this is a good one for you. You picked you. Okay. What would be a perfect night of TV?
Perfect night of TV. Like wait, like what TV I would watch or like
Yeah,
what do you-
like that you can pick. Like, what would you watch in a perfect night on TV?
perfect night. So I come from the gym, super tired, sore,
I
freshen
love
up.
the details. You're such a writer.
Freshen up,
Okay.
take a nice warm shower. Make some food, I guess, so that I don't pass out. Have some tea or some chocolate milk. Probably both at the same time. And then I would, if you're asking me right now, I would put on whatever's airing that I'm into. I don't watch a lot of TV, but lately I've been watching Invincible, which was kind of nice to watch.
I haven't watched that.
To animation, superhero
okay.
animation. Super gory. It's like rated R.
Oh.
But if I were to choose any television from my past, I don't rewatch shows, but maybe something like I don't want to say Twin Peaks. It keeps popping out to my
Twin
head,
Peaks.
but I'm only
why don't
saying
you
it,
want to say it?
because it's like relevant right now.
because I gave you a compliment.
But I think I would do something a little bit more stupid. Which is probably like a sitcom of sorts.
Okay. You don't like reality TV?
I hate reality.
Really?
TV.
I love
I
it.
can't stand it.
My perfect night would be on TV would be Love is Blind or but Britain, UK. I'm into that one right now. And there's only been one season that we've watched. And then Paradise.
Okay.
And then go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Maybe.
The show or actually go to sleep?
No, actually go to sleep. Just go through my phone on TikTok until, I knock out.
We've been trying to watch Severance.
Oh my gosh, we have to. No, like we have as well.
Yeah, I got the only problem is I just keep falling asleep. Because I think we just watch it too late at night.
So it's not too good. No, I'm kidding.
So honestly, maybe it's a beautiful show. I think we're only on episode 3, but
okay. But I heard it catches you from the first one.
Sort of. For me, not so much. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just not in the right headspace to watch it. But yeah, I just keep falling asleep. But no, it's a good show. It's definitely a good show. I love the concept of it and everything. I think
we're gonna wait till we're done with Paradise, and then we can move on to Severance.
Yeah, Severance is probably gonna be a lot. Like, there's a lot of information to take in. So,
but I love that stuff. I live in rabbit holes. I live there. I saw a TikTok and this girl was like, "I live there. I'm not in a rabbit hole. I live there. I sometimes come out for air and then I go." Shout out to, I'm kidding, I don't know her TikTok, but if she sees this, she knows who she is. Okay, next song. Okay. I mean,
wait, but I will say, let me.
Yeah, please.
I was gonna say something. What I was going to say was that
Severance, Perfect Night, TV, Headspace, going to sleep.
Oh my God. No, the thought went away.
Maybe if you drink some milk,
it'll maybe come to you. But no, we can move on to the next question.
I would drink it if it was a little cold. Okay. Do you have a lucky number?
I want to say lucky, but I do have a number that I like, which I think now that I notice a lot of people like this number.
7.
7, yeah.
That's my favorite number.
Yeah, which is also
I don't really have no, I do. I always think of 7. If I have last night I changed my IG handle.
Oh, you did?
I did because.
Oh, by the way, I don't have Instagram.
Why?
I haven't had it for months. I've only logged in to sell my computer.
So who am I talking to? I'm kidding. So who's you?
No, I'm just letting you know because last time I logged in, I think I saw like DMs or messages from you, and
probably.
I literally just logged in to post my computer, and that's it. I haven't had it.
Oh my gosh!
Ever since I think late November.
That I admire that. Lately, social media is my friend, and I've gone a long time without it.
Mm-hmm.
But right now I'm doing for Lent, like in the morning, as long as I read a book and I'm like present in the morning, then after a while I'll get on. But I was getting on my phone as soon as I would wake up. Like I would just be like, and that's not healthy for my mind. So it's been working so far. But okay, now I know.
Balance. That's a good balance. Yeah, I'm not ignoring you on Instagram, by the way.
No, what did I send you?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't open it.
But I thought you answered. Oh my gosh,
I don't know.
Scary, spooky, crazy. Wait, let's see. Oh, I sent you a scene.
Oh.
That I think you would like for the new film. Like you reminded me of Arthur and Elizabeth.
Oh.
Like how he shot, how you want that night look, like that party.
Yeah.
So sad you didn't watch it because look how good it is.
No, it does. That's a really crisp
But I'm not
image.
trying to tempt you to go on social media because I think that's great. But what were we saying? Oh, so I changed my handle because it was my full name. And I feel like there's a lot of...
I thought it was cool. You should have kept that.
Well,
what is it now?
There's a lot of scary things in the world. And yesterday I saw a TikTok of a girl saying that a lot of information in a handle is just like not a good idea. Just like try and keep it short and sweet and not give your whole life. And I'm very... Not private. I am private. Yeah. Literally. But I don't like people knowing like everything. So I changed it. And then I'm like, I'm gonna pick a number because it was like everything's taken. Yeah. And I put 7.
Well, you know, Seven. It's a really good movie too.
I haven't seen it.
Wow.
I've never watched Seven.
Wow.
I'm gonna watch it.
That is a very good film. I hope you're not spoiled by it, but
What?
the ending, there's a spoiler, so I hope you're not. It's been out since the 90s, so I don't know if you've.
But what? You're gonna spoil it right
No,
now?
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Oh.
No, I'm just making sure that you don't know.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know anything
Okay.
about it. I think. You know, there's a lot of films I watch and I forgot completely about them, and when I watch them again, I know exactly I've watched
That
them
means
before.
they're not good movies.
I know.
God.
But then there's also movies I've never watched, but I've seen scenes of it, so I'm like, I watched it, but I never did. Like Scarface, I watched it for the first time, like 2017.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
It's
Scarface.
been a long time.
Yeah. Almost 10 years
Okay.
ago.
Okay. What are you grateful for?
Life at the moment right now.
Life is good.
Sure. Life is tough, but you know, I'm grateful that I can say that I have things that other people don't. You know, like life would be definitely much harder if I like it's hard already, but it would be harder if I was in different shoes and whatnot. So I guess that's the only thing that's kind of like making me strong in that sense. You know?
Yeah. I feel like we're watching Paradise now, and I'm not going to spoil it, but no, I can't even say what I was going to say, but I feel like we need to be kind to people and like be grateful for what we do have. I know life is tough. Like life is always going to have something, but like life really is so good though. Like we're like sitting here doing a podcast on a Sunday, you know, there's like people that have to like.
Yeah, they have to be in a factory right now.
Yeah. Anyway, but they're probably grateful for having a job. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
Sure.
which fictional character do you wish you could meet?
Shrek. That was so fast. I know.
That was
but
way too fast.
I don't know. That was like the first character that popped in my head. So I guess it means
Shrek.
something.
Did you know
Yeah.
it's coming out again?
Yeah, but
But they say that he looks very different because his eyes are too close.
yeah, the animation, they're changing the animation for it.
Why did they do that? Did they do that because he's older?
No, I think they're just doing that because it's different animators, not the same, probably the same studios, but different people are in charge and stuff like that. So, you know, they're not going to use the same technology they used 20 years ago.
Yeah. I read something yesterday that they're going to try and go back to drawing their characters. You know how you
Yeah,
used to
they
doodle,
should.
and they should.
Yeah.
People are like, yeah, you're finally listening to what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
We agree. We concur.
But yeah, no, Shrek. I guess Shrek is a cool universe to live in.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I can't give a reason why I picked Shrek.
You don't have to.
But if I were to really think, maybe I chose someone else. But since that's the first character that popped in my head, I'm choosing it.
Like the first character I thought of was Lara Croft.
Well,
Do I know? I mean, literally, I've mentioned it twice. Do you think
Yeah.
I came in here saying I'm going to mention Lara Croft? Not at all.
Yeah.
Like, not even a little bit. Not
Yeah,
even
with those
at
type
all.
of questions, I feel like the answers have to be like you can't think.
You
about
can't think too much.
You
You
can't
have
think
to
too
just
much.
go on
Yeah,
it.
you gotta
Your
just-
first thought, I've learned,
Mm-hmm.
is what is channeling through.
Yeah.
Like what you should be saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounded really weird, but I love it. I'm kidding.
Wait, what about you? What character would? Oh, you said
Lara
Lara Croft.
Croft.
Yeah.
From Tomb Raider,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Angelina Jolie, not
The
the
new one.
no disrespect to Ex Machina.
Alicia
Yes.
Vikander.
Talking about Angie.
She was really amazing in The Green Knight. I loved her in The Green Knight.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you have to watch The Green Knight.
I watched her in Tomb Raider, but when you watch Angelina Jolie do her thing, like Speedballing by The Outcast,
Yeah, there's a movie I
by
watched.
Outcast. Sorry.
No, there's a movie I watched recently with I rewatched Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which
I love that film, but it's not my favorite.
yeah, I don't really like it too much. It's like once you watch it once, you don't need to watch it again.
Yeah,
type of
I
thing.
haven't watched it. I've only watched it once in my life.
Yeah, but
I just feel like it's too great. Look, the best looking people in the world, like together. Like
they fell in love with that movie too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't feel like you. I don't know. Maybe because I learned this in the Miami Acting Studio, like falling in love. Like my professor was very strict about this.
Uh-huh.
Falling in love with your co-star is not a good idea, because if you're falling, it depends, right? If they fell as actors, like during rehearsals, being
Yeah.
like Brad and Angie, I call her, she's my friend, then it's different. But I feel like when you're falling, when you're doing all these scenes, like it's not you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then you go home and then you really are you. Like,
Yeah.
then it's like,
There's a couple right now they're like, they've been together forever, but they're actors. Oh my god. And I'm not talking about Ashton and Mila. There's another couple right now that's, oh, I
I
can't
feel like
remember.
Ashton and Mila were different. Oh no, they played a couple in the action. No,
They
never
have.
mind.
Yeah.
I think it's different when you don't play a couple.
Uh-huh.
Then it's like okay, but then it's like, and I mean Jen Aniston, that must have been really hard for her.
Yeah, a lot of people say it was hard for her for
But who
Brad
knows,
to.
right? Because maybe she was like whatever.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you don't know who she really is.
I think my favorite couple back in the day that fell for each other was Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder. I thought they were really cute together.
Yeah, those.
But who are you talking about?
I don't know. I remember seeing it somewhere. I'm like, wow, they're still together, and I can't remember who. But whatever.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah, if it ever comes back.
Maybe not in the podcast, but if you think about it. Okay. That's what okay. Oh, okay. This is the last one. Who's the best teacher you've had?
Oh, I have a lot of great teachers. I've had a lot of great teachers, but I think the one that kind of sparked some. I think the one that kind of sparked what I wanted to do, what I found was interesting in terms of storytelling and stuff like that. Um, I had in 10th grade, I think, of high school, my language arts teacher, Mr. Martin. He was like the first time where he kind of opened my eyes of what it means, what symbolism and all that stuff means in a story and stuff. He was also obsessed with the Matrix, but we would read books, or then he would show us movies, and then he would break down in a language arts class. It wasn't even a film class. He would break down the certain colors in the film, what this means, what that means, all this stuff. And I just found that class so interesting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, I'm never good at school, so I never really got good grades like that, even in that class. But I still was very interested in the whole. I would look forward to that, and he was a great teacher. He wasn't like an asshole or anything like that. I think I would say that's the first time I remember a teacher that's like that did something.
That you're still thinking about.
Yeah, and after that, I've had other great teachers too. College as well. College, I had a good teacher, professor.
Miami-Dade?
Yeah, my dad. Her name was complicated, so I never learned her name. I would just always call her professor.
When did you do 10th grade?
I went to Alonzo and Tracy Morning Senior High, which is in North Miami Beach. It's by the other FIU campus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I went to high school. But, that teacher was amazing.
That reminded me of Miss Million in A&M. Shout out Miss Million. She was awesome. She was like known as like the scary teacher because like you would have to be on your toes when you walked into that class. So I think it was my 10th grade as well, English. And I remember being like so scared of her. I was like, oh my gosh. I ended up loving that woman. Like when I graduated, she just looked at me in the eye and she said, make me but she was just so incredible, and she reminds me of him because she would talk a lot about like Disney princesses
Mm-hmm.
and like the real story, like Alice in
Oh,
Wonderland,
that's cool.
Lewis
That's nice.
Carroll,
Yeah.
and she'll like break it down, and she'll be like, so they painted really cute and pink and Disney World, but the reality of these stories are a whole different. They have a whole
Right.
different meaning, and they're pretty dark. And
Yeah.
I just loved her class. It was never a dull moment there, but. Then the second one is my theater professor, my theater teacher. He showed me Gaspar Noé. He showed me all these classic films,
Mm-hmm.
Irreversible, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, like all these films. He just like those films that you watch and you're like, oh my gosh, incredible.
Yeah.
Teachers are amazing. But anyway, this was fun.
Over already?
No, actually, we're not done. We're going to do. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. What are you doing? Well, what's yeah, like
Who am I? What am I doing? What do you mean?
Is there any projects you working on?
Well, this podcast
Okay.
I'm like super happy with. I'm very
Yeah.
grateful for Cultura Media House. They are the best space for creators. I've been thinking of writing a lot more. I have different stories in my mind. I just have to sit and really. This week we're gonna have like a little getaway, so I'm gonna focus on writing more. And then other than that, I'm finishing my class now with Kim Harris from that I met at Lee Strasberg.
Okay.
The best. It's been like life
Yeah,
changing.
how's your theater classes going or acting
So
classes
good.
going?
I mean, I thought I knew how to break down or build up characters, but I feel like it so happened that it's only 3 of us, and most of the times 2 of us, and you know the other actor, Sean.
Yeah.
And he's a very intellectual actor, so really great working with him, and we've worked with him before. But I don't know, just breaking the character and reading a script, finding good scripts, allowing yourself to be present and create and not judge yourself, and grab whatever you're channeling first, not judge yourself. Like all these little things that have been so helpful. And honestly, I was really sad that the class was going to end. But I think she still is like, maybe we can work on another thing. So we're kind of like waiting for that. I'm trying to audition for things.
You trying to do plays at all or not?
I didn't even think about that, but I wouldn't be close to that. She actually makes scripts for plays as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I heard that a lot more productions are coming to Miami.
Yeah, because the tax Miami's like waiving oh my god, what's the word? They're waiving tax fees. I mean taxes for productions and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
a lot of productions are gonna get their money back, because that was the biggest problem.
Yeah,
That's why it's they were doing it and then they kind of stopped doing it and now they're doing it again.
Yeah, which I'm really happy for a lot of people. And so we'll see. There was this agency I was following from Atlanta. So I would always get, I forgot to tell Hector, I would always get emails, but in Atlanta. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna, like for Stranger Things and all these productions. And last night I got an email that they're bringing one of their agents here to Miami.
Cool.
And I was like, and they're casting right now, like all ages, 18 to like, I think 80, if I read that correctly.
Cool.
I just sent in my photo and whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would love to work on another production like Waves with Trey Edward Schultz. Or a lot of indie films I think are like scaling up now, especially after Sean Baker winning that Oscar, which that's why I was so happy about that, because it gives indie films a chance.
Yeah, but there's.
Just say it.
No. I was gonna say something, but I don't think
it takes off the indie.
It would have made sense, but I think indie films, it's like
they're cool because they're indie.
Yeah, like I don't think indie films are supposed to get their spotlight like that.
Yeah, and I don't even think people would, the directors of it would want that.
Yeah, like indie films are supposed to stay. Like you can't put money in indie films.
Yeah,
Then it's not indie.
true. That makes sense.
It's not independent.
But I mean, they could still be indie and then maybe be more. I mean, I guess as long as we're watching them, right? And like, I don't know. But one thing Sean Baker did say is, you guys, you still go to theater to watch films.
oh, I have a membership.
We can't stop because we can't let that die.
Yeah.
And then like Blockbuster,
Yeah.
non-existent.
Yeah.
That could happen to movie theaters if we
Yeah.
don't support.
But I mean, it'll always stay in business though, because there's all these big budget films and whatever, and a lot of them they need the theater. Like all these superhero films, I don't think they can. They make so much money overseas
Yeah.
in theaters. It's an insane amount. So I mean, I don't
That's
think
true.
theaters will ever go.
Well, I
out of
hope not, because I
business,
really
but-
want to take my girl to movies every Friday. My mom used to. That's
Yeah.
the way I was raised. Like my mom would take me to Regal on South Beach.
Yeah, I have the membership from Regal, so I go anytime it's a movie. But last month there wasn't really any movies to go see.
I only wanted to watch Flight Risk. Flight. Was it
Yeah,
Flight
Flight
Risk
Risk,
with
yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Wahlberg?
Yeah,
Looked good,
Uh-huh.
but yeah,
Oh, I saw Mickey 17. Sorry.
Oh,
Good.
really?
Yeah.
Was it
I
good?
just saw it last week. Yeah.
I heard it was good.
No, it was. It was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty good. It had It was layers to it. It was fun.
We like layers.
Yeah. No, we do like layers. See, like Shrek. Onions are like 8 layers.
I think we people are onions.
Yeah.
I went to Celebrate Recovery and we would say that all the time. We are layers. Like there, you never get to. It's like 1 peel, 2 peels, 3,
Right.
4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Go ahead. I interrupted a thought.
no, you
You were-
didn't.
you were
I
gonna say something.
interrupted you.
Oh no, you were gonna say
That
something.
it was
first.
layers.
Oh.
Oh, are you team Baldoni or team Lively?
I don't know anything that's going on really. The only information I have is what my girlfriend tells me.
Girlfriends, we know what's up. What did she
But
tell
since
you?
I'm off of social media, I don't know what's happening. But from my perspective, what she has told me, I don't want to put her on the spot.
No, I love her.
But
Love that she's telling you about
but
this.
she's saying that, it's Lively is looking like the bad person here.
Yeah.
So
It's so sad,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, me either. But
it-
I am team Baldoni.
Okay. So it looks like that's the team to be on. Okay.
Because not because of I've watched Jane the Virgin. I was never really a fan of either. Like I was never like I think it's easier for you to be light-headed. Is that no, not light-headed,
Light-headed?
cold-headed.
Cold-headed.
Like kind of like not biased.
Okay.
Because I wasn't like super fan, right? But yeah, Team Baldoni all the way for now. No, I think for a long time.
For a long time, yeah.
I just feel like
I don't know. From what I heard, it's kind of fucked up, but it's also not a surprise to me because those, even Ryan Reynolds, like those two are the biggest. They're part of the A-lister club type of thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of fuckery goes around.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, accusing someone of something as serious as sexual harassment and not having anything to like this man was so smart, and I think he kept all the receipts and everything because he had a feeling, like what we're saying, it wasn't a surprise. I think there was a switch in the production time that he said, I'd rather keep everything because they might come for me for not giving them what they want or something. So I think everyone deserves a chance. Now we feel like people, and me included, like, oh, this person was accused of sexual abuse or sexual this, you're immediately like, oh, canceled. Like, that's horrible. Because I would never think a woman is ever going to lie about that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever think that's something, like,
Yeah.
I'm like getting emotional. But if women do that, it's so messed up. And I'm really glad that this case is being, like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. This is different though because we haven't seen Justin do like. There's no
Yeah, no,
real
Johnny Depp
tangible
and Amber
evidence
Heard.
that he did anything.
Yeah.
But Johnny Depp, and I think that was more of like a toxic relationship
Yeah.
that they both did. The
Yeah.
error was her saying it was all him, and sometimes normally in toxic relationships it takes two,
Right.
to accept and to do. But yeah, life is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Team Baldoni.
Yes. Okay. Anything else before we do the last shebang?
No, I got nothing.
Did you have fun?
I did.
It was so fun.
No, this is good.
I had a great time. We'll do it again.
Okay. Yeah. Please.
In different times of our lives. Okay. So the last thing is we have a telephone on the desk.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
Can you bring it over here?
Of course.
Please. Shout out to Hector producing this pod. So, when do you think your younger self needed you the most? At what age? Like needed you today? Like who you are today the most?
What age?
Yeah.
Maybe 17.
That's a good number. Okay. 17-year-old Doug is going to call you and you're going to give him advice in that very moment that you think he needs advice or whatever. Deep. We like deep.
Oh,
wait.
God. It was...
Hector just looked at me like, but I am a very deep person. So that's what I meant.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to ring, okay? And you're going to pick it up.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
For the voicemail.
No. Stop. That is so rude.
No.
Poor Doug.
No.
17-year-old Doug. No, let's get serious.
Okay.
I'm going to really do ring, ring.
Hello. What's up? So, listen, this is what you gotta do. I'm not gonna say specifics because it's a little personal, but this is what you gotta do. Get on it, so you don't waste time. But I mean, you're doing everything you need to do. You're just a little bit of a late bloomer, so think about these things so that I can be in a better position, I guess. But stick to what you're trying to do. That's it. Sorry, it's like
Oh, I love that because it was so personal. How do you feel?
I don't know. It was weird.
That was weird. Weird vibes.
Yeah.
But good vibes.
Yeah. Really therapy session.
Well, I had a great time with you, Doug. Thank you.
Likewise.
You're like a brother to me.
Likewise.
And fun fact, before I got married, I was Lopez.
Yes.
And you're Doug Lopez.
Yeah.
And when we worked together, it was the Lopez. The Lopez siblings. Okay, listen. I'm wearing this blue hair.
Okay.
If you guys can tell, in honor of Honora, who won Best Film and Best Actress for Mikey Madison. Loved the film. So this is just in honor of Honora. And that's it. We're out.
Oh, bye.
Bye.